Hey, welcome back, everybody. Patrick here, Prime Ag. Crazy last couple of days, even weeks here in the ag markets. So we've had some major sell-offs in here. Trying to take it day by day. Let's not panic, but we're going to focus on the end user here today. There's some buying opportunities out here. First thing, Dec Corn chart. This is the 22 weekly Dec Corn chart. Hopefully it's not too dark. The two yellow lines showing what would you call a previous resistance now support area. So if you're an end user, this is probably a good area to start, making some purchases. We put 525 to 575 somewhere in here. You can also look to buy calls. Calls should be relatively cheap here with the major sell-off. You can see how far down we've dropped into this 550. That's the mid zone. There's probably some decent supports in here. So again, if you're an end user, this is probably a good spot to start dipping in for some buys. Could we go lower? Sure. Can we go higher? Yes. Again, with the information that we have right now and how far this correction has gone, you're probably at a decent spot. These 22 meal, again, weekly chart in here, same type of thing. Those two yellow lines running across, that's kind of your buying zone, basically between 365 and 375. As we flip over to the Nov 22 bean chart, you can see prices falling all the way down back into that previous $13 area that was resistance that we broke out from. So I believe this is like 12.75 to 13. So you kind of got some 25-cent, 50-cent ranges in here. But, again, when these markets are moving $1, $1.50, $2, I wouldn't stress too much over missing out on your sale or your buy by about 10 or 15 cents. So wrapping everything up in here, like you said, this is more focused for our end users. Look at the opportunities to be buying in the cash market or getting call coverage in place. Far as the farmers go, let's be patient a little bit. I think we can see some bounces in here. There's a little bit of weather left to go. This is certainly a heavy correction. But again, too, we need to be realistic about price targets. You got to remember that you can have a technical bounce in here, and then you got to ask yourself and ask how many of your friends and people that are saying, well, if price gets back to X, I'm going to make a sale, and then maybe shave like 20 cents off of that, okay? Because what you're going to see is the farmer, remember, is a natural seller out there, and so as we get more comfortable with the crop, any rallies are going to get sold into. So I think we'll get back to you guys here at some point with some updated price targets. I know if you go back on the charts, there's kind of like $6 corn for Dec and $13.50. I think beans could probably get above that level, back near $13.75, $14. So, but again, keep these targets in mind, and I think we're going to be rewarding or selling into rallies here in the near term. And then if you still have old crop around, look, if you want to continue to keep it for gambling stocks, fine. From a financial and a math perspective, it hasn't moved. Like corn, flat price has basically been the same since May. You're not getting paid to store your bushels. It costs money to keep them in the bin, keep them conditioned. You're better off selling the cash and then just re-owning with long futures or long calls if you want to be bullish or if you want to be on board. The price, just the flat futures price from July to September, I believe is about $1.50 on that spread right now. I looked at an elevator bid when you get into the cash market. Okay, your first half of July bid is like $6.90, and then it drops all the way down to $6 if you're delivering by September. So you're not getting paid anymore to store these bushels. Frankly, you really haven't been getting paid since May. It's likely time to move on and just take that risk to the futures board. Again, look at it this way too. If you look at a board and you have July at 750 and you have September at 580, what would you buy? Would you rather buy the 580 or would you rather buy the 750? It's another way to think about it. So again, if you guys have questions, give us a call. Please hit the thumbs up button, the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified. Email us, call us if you have questions. Again, I think next week in here, once we get a little bit of basing, we will start to look at some price targets. But for those of you that get our report, we will send out text message updates with any sales recommendations, as they come about. Other than that, have a great week, and we will see you guys next week. Thanks.